hours after Cody Bellinger was traded to the New York Yankees, we almost had another blockbuster trade. Mark Feinstein with this. Nolan Arenado blocks potential trade to the Houston Astros. Now, many other insiders weighed in. Katie Woo covers the Cardinals on a daily basis. Arenado unwilling to waive his no-trade clause to join the Astros, at least for now. That decision, first reported by MLB.com, not final, and the Cardinals and Astros will continue conversations. The Astros, this from Bob Nightingale, very much in play for Alex Bregman if the Cardinals. Arenado informed the Astros on Tuesday he's currently not willing to waive his no-trade to Houston. The trade was close until Arenado's decision. So if it's close, if that reporting is accurate from Bob Nightingale, that means money was exchanged in terms of how much the Cardinals were going to take on. Players going back to St. Louis was discussed. And what Katie Woo's reporting is also interesting because it doesn't feel like it's final over, that there might be more in play to sway Arenado to waive this no trade to Houston.
Yeah, could there be a more uneasy player going to a spring training camp if Nolan Arenado arrives in Florida on day one when pitchers and catchers and position players arrive?
You mean in Jupiter with the Cardinals?
Yes, with the Cardinals.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the Cardinals for a couple of months now have pretty much, I don't want to say publicly, made it known that, hey, we would like to move the player. We're listening to offers. And I think for what we saw with this going on with the Astros, I find it hard to believe he'll be in Florida for spring training.
I will say this. It's odd to trade Kyle Tucker. I get it. He's an upcoming free agent. He's got 1 year left to control. So you want to get the most value while you still want to compete. But you're clearly trying to acquire a third baseman who wants to be in a winning environment. Best chances to go to the World Series. And while the Astros have a lot of pitching, we know that, to trade your best left-handed hitter to the Chicago Cubs and then hope Nolan Arenado will waive his no trade to come to you because you think you still have a winner. And I love a lot of the players that you're looking at your screen right now. A lot of them are very talented. Obviously, Altuve's on the Hall of Fame highway. Yordan's amazing. Paredes came over in the deal. But I can see why Nolan Arenado's like, wait a minute.
No, you know what my thoughts would be, too, when I look at this briefly. We've had this news for like 15 minutes. You look at that three-hole, Isaac Paredes, who they acquired it in trade, right? Ballpark fit for him, high fly ball rate, right field. So maybe, just maybe, in these discussions with the Astros and Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals were, hey, you're going to play maybe a little bit more significant time at first base than you would want to play, or do you want to play at third base? Because Paredes profiles more as a third baseman than he does as a first baseman. I know what you're saying. Arenado's going to arguably be one of the greatest third basemen to ever put on a glove, but at this point in his career, maybe he doesn't want to bounce around from third base to first base, and the Astros want to move that slot as more of a revolving door kind of thing.
See, that's the thing that's odd to me, because people, for some reason, because it came out that he was open to moving to first base, that maybe his defense has diminished. And while he isn't winning Gold Gloves every single season anymore, he's a 10-time Gold Glover that is still, I don't care what metrics say. Nolan Arenado is an elite defender at third base. Would you agree with that?
No question.
So to say that him going to first base is something the team should consider makes no sense to me. He's going to improve your infield defense by going to third. I mean, there are like maybe 2 or 3 third basemen that you would grade above him right now defensively, but that's it.
Right. But I think that that's a ploy on his half to say, okay, if you're going to move me, I'd be willing to move different positions. If you're going to entertain offers for me, you know, maybe that's a way to get the dialogue going, because I'm sure if you look at it right now, it'd be a hard sell for him to go back to St. Louis after what's gone on since the last out of the World Series.
No doubt. I think that comment, I would be willing to move to first base, was pertaining to one team and one team only, the Padres. Manny Machado's a third baseman. He's the guy that's been, the face of the franchise for a while. I think he'd be willing to go to first base to join the San Diego Padres. He's a California guy, team that's ready to win right now. I think that was the only team that was the exception for him.
Yeah, you're one step ahead of the curve all the time. Right?
No, I mean, I just, I throw stuff against the wall. I see what sticks.